Coming up next, I'm giving y'all this prison story about an inmate who came into prison on bad charges, and well, he dared anybody to do anything about it. Stay tuned to the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show.
It's JS Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim or the butt of a joke. Don't close both eyes when you sleep or get choked. When you go to the mess hall, sit with your team, cause if you sit with some punk boy, you can get seen. Then you can...
Man, so what? I did it. I take your ass too. What you gonna do about it, punk? What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into this story, because I'm sure you guys are very curious about what did he do. Well, y'all, sometimes you cannot judge a book by its cover. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say almost all the time, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You never know what's inside of that book just by looking at the outside. So, I say that to say this, y'all. When you are in prison, do not take anybody's kindness for weakness. Don't take anybody's size for strongness. Things may not be exactly as they seem. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland. Your whole world get flipped upside down. And things are just backwards. So in prison, what made sense to you on the outside world makes totally no sense in prison. Nah. You're going to have to reverse all your thinking. You're going to have to think like the goons up in there if you want to survive. So people, and I know this might sound contradictory, but no matter what charges you come into prison on, if you stand on 10 toes and you could defend yourself, well, I guess you deserve to live in the prison. Most people can't stand on 10 toes and defend themselves, especially when you get gangs involved and multiple inmates involved. But some inmates are such monsters, they gonna maintain. They gonna take on 5. They gonna take on 10. Yeah, how many y'all got? How many y'all wanna get hurt facing this monster? Cause he ready. He ready and he waiting for y'all. He don't give a good goddamn about none of them charges he got. And y'all gonna find out today. Now this story I'm gonna tell y'all today is about a guy named Big Herm. He's from Michigan, Detroit. Supposedly, he was some sort of pimp or something, and he got hemmed up in New Jersey on a job. He was out there with 2 of his girls, doing what they do, I guess, and he got hemmed up in the sting operation. Well, that sting operation led to various other investigations on his person, and I guess they held him for some time. He had to give New Jersey some time. This guy was one of the monsters I speak of, y'all. When I say this man was every bit of 6'5", maybe even 6'6", probably over 300 pounds, and the things that I've seen and heard, from Big Herm were despicable. Now, y'all would think that, don't they house them big niggas in a separate part of the prison? No. Ain't no difference. They putting you in the same cell with somebody that's 5'1" if they got to. They don't care about your well-being. So, if you go to prison, just know you're going to be mixed in with everybody. That's what population means. You amongst criminals, period. They're not distinguishing the separate type of criminals, how violent the criminals are. They might try. They try, but imagine how quickly those cells get filled up. And then they have no choice but to funnel more of the worst inmates in with the cupcake inmates. That's what I call them, y'all. The cupcake inmates. The ones that's in there for a little 2 or 3 year sentence and they ain't really mean what they did and they got caught up. They the cupcakes. They the ones that get taken advantage of, get robbed for their commissary. Now, Big Herm from the rip, everybody knew Big Herm came in there on bad charges. He had just got transferred from another prison, y'all. Now, the backstory on that is supposedly Big Herm got transferred because he beat the daylights out of some inmates that was trying to check him on them bad charges. And he told them, listen, I ain't for all the bullshit. I know what I did, so what I did it. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Keep playing around with me. Keep playing around with me. You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. And supposedly, this man did over a year in lockup for the unmerciful beatings that he gave in that other unit. Now, immediately when he got to our unit, people sizing him up. They looking at him like, all that big shit don't mean nothing. I don't care how big and tall he is. I don't mean nothing. I hit him one time with this 1-2. He going down. Y'all know the vibes. And everybody like, alright, man, alright, yeah, I mean, nobody gonna say it, but they like, yeah, you wildin', son, you wildin'. Like, son look like a monster. He look like the Incredible Hulk. All he gotta do is turn green and he be the Hulk. Now, all the gangs, they get intimidated when they see somebody of this person's size come into the prison. So they starting to size things up as well because, like Bloods, they run the prison. And then you got all the Crips and GDs. Everybody's sizing them up. And they thinking to themselves, how many of us would it take to take him down? Even if we use the pokers, how many would it take to take him down? Would the pokers even be effective on him? He's so big. Will we even be able to get to him with the pokers? And now they all thinking like, yo, you know what? Our best bet is just to back off. Like, we don't want no smoke with him. So, immediately right there, his size, Big Herm's size, brought him an immediate pass through the pod. Wasn't nobody gonna touch him just based off his size. Now, without even knowing his charges, and now that's another thing, y'all. The COs ain't shit. The COs will drop charges in a pod in a heartbeat. If this inmate comes in with dirty charges, he letting the block leader know. Whoever run that block, whoever in charge of that block, he gonna let them know just so he know, listen, you got a chomo on your tier. I don't know how you want to deal with it, but if somebody find out, you already know how it's gonna go down. So y'all might as well get that out the way as soon as possible. They diabolical. I'm telling y'all, don't go to prison. Y'all YNs don't have a chance nowadays. These COs is on some diabolical shit. You'll get set up in a heartbeat by the people that's supposed to protect you. Now, everybody in the day room, and we just wait to see new cell assignments, where these new inmates going, because, it's only a few cells that got bunks available. Anyway, we see Herm, he head up to this one cell. Now, the cell that he went into, everybody was like, nah, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. COs normally look out. He went to this one little Crip dude's cell. And at the time, little Crip dude was running the store. So, Big Herm is now in a cell with a young Crip that's running the store in the pod. This don't sound like it's gonna go well at all. Well, y'all, before you know it, young Crip dude heads back up to the cell to introduce himself and see what's good with Big Herm. Right away, Big Herm done walked in the cell. He seen old commissary. He running the store, so he can't hide it. He got rolls of soups and this and that. Big Herm in there busting it down. He done popped open a candy bar and a soda. Crip dude walked in and was like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? You came with commissary?" And Big Herm like, "What?" He like, "Commissary?" He like, "Nah." He like, "Shit. I guess this is my welcoming gift. It was here. I guess they knew I was coming." And Crip dude like, "Nah, bro, nah. You just took some of my shit. I run a store around here. I sell this commissary. This is all my stuff. You gotta ask me if you want something. This ain't how you start off, like coming in a cell, bro." Like, now, word is, supposedly, according to the young little Crip dude, Herm wasn't paying him no attention at all. Herm went over to the bed and was like, "Hey, yo, listen. You already know I got this bottom bunk. I'm too big to be getting up on top. So get your shit and put it up top. I'll give you a little while." Crypto like, whoa, dude, this is my cell, bro. Like, I be doing my thing up in here. I get money up in here. Like, nah, I ain't even supposed to have nobody up in my cell. And Big Herm like, "Hey, listen, young boy, I ain't gonna tell you again. When I come back to the cell, your shit better be off that bunk. I ain't gonna tell you again. And furthermore, whatever's in this cell, whatever's in your locker, is mine. Don't you forget it." And he like, "Nah, man, nah, you wildin', yo, you tripping, bro, you tripping. Nah, I'm see what my bros gotta say about that. See what my bros gotta say about that." And Crip dude, he hurried up. Went down there and told some of his brothers, and they like, hey, just chill. Cause on the low, they was scared. This nigga was almost 6'7", big as hell, 350 pounds, big as hell. The Crips was scared. They was like, hey, chill, bro, just chill, just try and ride it out, let him, do what he want and sell or whatever, give him that bottom bunk. Yeah. They tell him, like, listen, if you wild out and act stupid and dude beat your brains in, we not sliding for you. We telling you right now, back down. Like, that's not a battle we looking for. Like, come on, dog. This is prison. This ain't WWF. Look at that dude. You wilding right now. Just give him what he want. Now, I know y'all like, dang, that sound crazy for his own gang to tell him to give in and give him what he want. Yes, y'all. Sometimes that submission might be the only thing that saves your damn life. Now, what's crazy is the fact that none of them was willing to put their life on the line and pull the pokers out and go head up with this big giant. That's what's crazy. So, be very, very careful. If you go to prison YNs, don't join a gang. It's not the same as if you join on the street and you get brought home for real and it really means something. Don't go join for protection and join because a bunch of niggas in the prison say, oh, we this, we that, but they ain't really on timing. Yeah, be very, very wary of these prison gangs, people. Because they'll get you hemmed up in a heartbeat. And next thing you know, not only will everybody be snitching on you, but they'll be turning their backs on you and everything else. Oh, I do believe enough of them Crips probably could have gave dude a chance. Yeah, they probably could have gave Big Herm a run for his money, but they wasn't willing to go the extra mile. They ain't want to get punched. They ain't want to get beat down like Donkey Kong. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, because that's what it looked like on the receiving end of a monster pounding your face in. Now we back out at the day room. People playing cards, people just chilling in their corners, conversating. I know a lot of y'all probably like, damn, Corner, Why you always in the day room? Listen, y'all. In prison, you ain't got nowhere else to be. Either you in your cell, you in the day room, or you out at the big yard. That's it. You ain't got nowhere else to go. And you ain't got nothing to do. So you gonna go waste time in the day room. Watch a little TV, watch the news, listen to people beat down stories, and tell all this crazy shit that's going on in the prison. Now, you could say the day room is kind of like your stage. If you trying to make a name for yourself, or you want to be a clown, or whatever have you, you want to pop jokes off, start beef, whatever. The day room is the perfect place, y'all. Everybody comes to the day room. So even if the person that you trying to get their attention is not in the day room, somebody that knows them is in the day room and is going to go tell them what you said. And best believe that confrontation you looking for will come either later that day or by the next day. Now, everybody out in the day room, y'all, including Big Herm. He down there. He's an eyesore. Biggest nigga on the block. So everybody just pretty much looking his direction, seeing what he got going on. And this right here, I think, was one of the most diabolical things I've ever seen done to anybody. And y'all gonna understand why I say done to anybody in a few minutes. Those same Crips that wasn't willing to stand up with old boy and defend his commissary in that store, in that cell. Those same Crips that told him not to wild out and don't do nothing crazy. Well, they was demons, y'all. They really ain't care nothing about old boy. Again, this was a prison gang. They ain't know each other from a can of paint. People from different states, they ain't grow up together. You know what I mean? Just the consequences got y'all banging the same set. Now, they decided they wanted to test this gangster. They want to see how real he is. If he a real Crip for real. They gave him up for the slaughter, y'all. What do I mean by that? They start taunting Big Herm right in the day room in front of everybody, y'all. Now, this right here, this part, it could be, I guess, taken two different ways, because in a way, young Crip ain't have to involve himself. But he felt at home. He felt if his brothers was engaging in this type of activity, he would too. And Big Herm was going to respect it. Well, they start making fun of Big Herm, taunting him. Hey, yo, ain't you that big nigga that was on the news for, SA? Yeah, you was messing with them kids. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. You in here for touching them kids. Act like it ain't true. Act like it ain't true. How old was she? 14? How old was she? And now, Big Herm, he mad as hell. But he ain't letting it show. He ain't showing no emotion. He just giving a slight little grin. Like a devilish grin. Like, yeah, I got you. Now, here's where things get crazy. That young Crip, he decided to partake in the festivities, y'all. He started to chime in. Oh, you a chomo? You a chomo? Oh my God, they got me in a cell with a chomo? Oh hell nah. Nah, that ain't gonna fly. You got to go. I got to tell CEO, you got to go, man. You got to go. And now all the other Crips, they laughing. They like laughing. This is exactly what they wanted to happen. They wanted him to get in because they think that, he think that they behind him. Nah. There is nobody gonna be with you when that cell door locks, buddy. And he didn't think about that. He didn't think about that. So, of course, in true fashion, in true goon fashion, Big Herm just played it off. He just laughed it off. And he went about his business. He left. Now, y'all, hours later, it's lockdown. And oh yes, that young Crip paid the price. Big Herm wasn't having it. As soon as those doors locked and that CO was off the block, up in that control unit, he got off that bunk and he told young Crip, "Hey, yo, I ain't appreciate that bullshit earlier. What's going on with you?" You're like, "Oh, nah. You know, we was just playing. We was just wilding out." We say, "Nah, I don't play like that. I don't play like that. You trying to get me hurt up in here? You trying to get somebody to do something to me up in here?" And you're like, "Nah, chill, man. You need to chill. You need to chill." Man, Big Herm grabbed that Crip by his neck off that top bunk and slammed him to the concrete. Boom! Slammed the boy on the hard concrete. Reset his shit. Dude on the floor trembling. Herm, he ain't stomp him out like a lot of inmates would have done. He picked him back up. Tossed him against the wall. Boom. "Oh yeah. Oh, you got a problem, huh? You got a problem with my charges, huh? Yeah, I did it, and what? What you gonna do? I take your ASS just like I took hers. Yeah, what you gonna do?" And now, this young boy is literally pissing in his pants. State pants brown, just turning dark brown with that piss trickling down his leg. And he just sitting there shivering. Big Herm, he laughing. You's a bitch. You's a bitch ass nigga. Look at you. You done made a mess of yourself. You're like, "Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you one time, and I'm going to tell you one time only. All your commissary belongs to me. You belong to me. From now on, you going to be my bitch. I'm going to do exactly what I want with you. So tonight we just going to cuddle. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah. I'm going to get you some chapstick. Get them lips oiled up." Hey, young Crip in there like, hey man, yo, get chill, man. Nah. Hey, listen. He grabbed him by his throat. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more talking, young boy. Understand that. Don't make me have to get gangster. Don't make me do something to you tonight. Now just chill, and this just was gonna be. He took his hands off that young boy's throat, and the young boy just sat there quiet. Supposedly, y'all, he just sat there quiet all night, scared to go to sleep, scared for his ass. Now listen, a lot of y'all don't like the way these stories end up. But I'm just giving y'all the gross, honest truth about prison. Don't go to prison if you scared to defend yourself. Don't go to prison if you cannot defend yourself. Don't go to prison if you scared to push that blade on somebody that's trying to do bodily harm to you. Because all I'm going to say is this, people. The rate of our black teenagers going to prison is crazy. And they have no choice but to defend themselves or be found victims of a bandit. In prison, age ain't nothing but a number. Just like R. Kelly said. So you will become a victim. You could be 15, 16, 17 and get waved up in the court of law. And when you get waved up, that means they putting you in an adult facility. And when you get around those adults, they don't care about your age. That's all out the window. All they see is the crime that puts you in here next to them, a grown man. And you're going to have to face the facts. You did what you did, and now you're going to have to get this prison justice. Or you're going to stand up for yourself. So listen, y'all. If you ever go to prison, stand up for yourself. Even if you get your chicklets knocked out, stand up for yourself. It counts for something. Big Herm, Big Herm, he just ended up taking advantage of, let's say, the young Crip. He took all his commissary and occasionally he took a little something else from him. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Listen, that's gonna be the end of this story. I really hope you liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Hype the damn video so this shit could go viral, y'all. Somebody need to hear this. Somebody out there in your circle needs to hear this message. Y'all need to hear it. Stay out of prison. Stay free. With that, this was the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and
It's JS Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim or the butt of a joke. Don't close both eyes when you sleep or get choked. When you go to the mess hall, sit with your team, cause if you sit with some punk boy, you can get seen, then you can get dealt with. Prison justice like you never felt it. I be taking y'all back to stories of the helpless. That lava I spit, get your boys' stories melted. I spit about prison justice cause I dealt it. And you a real hater if you can't respect it. All that bullshit, yeah, I'm here to check that. Any confrontation, I'ma show up. Bet that. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at. You a real hater,